Coming up on Mornings on the Hill, Syracuse football introduces Fran Brown as their 31st head coach.
Plus, a popular Christmas exhibit has made its way back to the Erie Canal Museum.
It's also another chilly day in the 315, your weather forecast, and so much more coming up on this edition of Mornings on the Hill.
Good morning, Syracuse. I'm Mike Ostrowski. Thanks for joining us for the final Mornings on the Hill of the year.
And I'm Peyton Spellisy. Here's a look at today's top story.
Our top story this hour, the Fran Brown era of Syracuse football is officially underway.
Our Griffin Della Penna was at Monday's press conference to introduce Brown. He joins us live right now.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Monday was the first time that the media had the opportunity to get to know Fran Brown, the new head honcho of the Orange. The 31st head coach in Syracuse football history won the day with his charismatic attitude and transparency during his introductory press conference.
It was a whirlwind 24 hours for Fran Brown, flying into Syracuse from Atlanta following Georgia's appearance in the SEC Championship. On Monday, in front of a packed crowd eager to know his plans for the program, Brown assured fans that he's the right man for the job, but needs collective buy-in from everyone.
Nobody here has more energy than me. I never stop. I'm up all night. I'm going to work my butt off, and I can promise you and assure you that what we're going to do here is going to be big things. It's going to be big, but I'm going to need everybody to be involved with us and make sure you're constantly supporting us, y'all. Don't tell me you're a fan and then you're not really helping to be a fan. Don't say you won a championship, but you're giving 6-6 effort.
Brown is known as one of the best recruiters in the country and says he won't be stopping that anytime soon.
Guys become head coaches and they stop recruiting. That's why I got the job. We all understand that. So I'm not going to stop that. Why would you stop what you're good at? But I'm never, ever going to stop recruiting.
Syracuse Athletic Director John Wildhack also spoke with the media describing why Brown was the ideal candidate. For that, I'll send it to Anissa Williams with more.
That's right, Griffin. Coach Fran Brown has wasted no time in immersing himself in his new role at Syracuse. Athletic Director John Wildhack expressed nothing but admiration and high praise for Coach Brown.
What stood out about Coach Fran? Number one is detailed vision.
And Coach Brown's ability to steer the program in the right direction.
What stood out about Coach Fran? Number one is detailed vision for all aspects of the program. Was incredibly impressive. When I say detailed, I mean it was down to minute details. His vision matched his passion and his commitment. His commitment developing our young men to achieve their full potential at Syracuse and his people of players and to prepare them for life after Syracuse. Coach has been on the ground for less than 24 hours. I've seen that commitment in action. It's more than just words.
Amidst the buzz surrounding Coach Brown's arrival, it's important not to forget that there's still football left to play. The Orange will take part in their 5th bowl game later this month, facing South Florida in the Boca Raton Bowl. Coach Brown, congratulations on joining the Orange family, and we're thrilled to have you. For Mornings on the Hill, I'm Anissa Williams.
Well, Coach Brown is the long-term future for Syracuse football. Anissa hinted at the short-term future. That's pretty exciting, too. The Orange will be heading to Palm County to face the University of South Florida in the Boca Raton Bowl. This is SU's first appearance in the bowl and 10th overall in the state of Florida. Cuse kicks off at 8 on December 21st at the normal home of FAU.
And if you're looking to book your trip to watch Syracuse football play at the Boca Raton Bowl, Cindy Supley has you covered with all that you can do around the Boca Raton Bowl for the holidays.
Thanks, Payne. Syracuse will be the first Power 5 team to compete in the 10th annual Boca Raton Bowl, where they'll square off against the University of South Florida. And for ones who are making the trip, there is plenty to do besides just attending the game. And as the city gets ready for what they call as one of their biggest outdoor parties of the year, it all starts on the eve of the game, where there will be a pep rally that will be filled with excitement as the Boca Raton team, bands, dancers, and cheerleaders will all perform. And since the game will be played only 4 days before Christmas, I found a place that will keep you in the holiday spirit. Boca Raton is home to the largest Christmas theme park in the country, called Santa's Enchanted Forest, that includes over 100 rides, plenty of Christmas shows, dazzling lights, unlimited laughs with the ones you love, and even time with the big man himself. Join me in heading to Boca Raton to cheer on our Orange as they look to clinch a championship for the first time since 2018. And for those who will be watching at home, you can tune in on ESPN at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on December 21st. But until then, I will see you at the Sunny State. Back to you, Payne.
Thanks, Sydney. It's nice and warm in our studios, but outside, it feels like a Syracuse weather has definitely arrived.
It definitely has. Our Jonah Weintraub is braving the cold to join us with a live weather update. Jonah?
Yeah, guys, it is absolutely freezing out here. I mean, I'm wearing the coat so I look nice, and I'm doing that for y'all. But God, I wish I had more because it is chilly outside. I'll have the full weather forecast later up. But for now, I'm just going to get back inside so I can get warm as soon as possible.
Thanks, Jonah. Wegmans is no longer hosting a popular donation site. Rescue Missions drop-off centers won't be found at Wegmans parking lot locations in the region. The change was discussed over the summer, but many community members are surprised that the charity is no longer in their usual location. The Rescue Mission is working to relocate the drop-off boxes, but administrators at the mission say they've already noticed a drop-off in donations. The Gingerbread Gallery at Erie Canal Museum is celebrating its 38th year of decking the halls.
The gallery features edible artwork from over 40 local artists this year. Our Whitney Williams joins us live with more.
Yes, Peyton, Gingerbread has been bringing the Syracuse community together since 1986. This year, the gallery expects nearly 6,000 visitors during the next month.
For Margaret Singer, a longtime Syracuse resident, the Gingerbread Gallery is more than just another exhibit at the museum. It's a family tradition. Singer is following in her mother's footsteps by taking her grandson Samuel to see the exhibit, something that Singer's mother once did for her own grandchildren.
You know, it's very festive. The different candies and food items that people use to put their gingerbread gallery together.
What once started as a one-day auction in 1986 with just 700 visitors has now turned into a 6-week exhibit, seeing nearly 6,000 visitors every year. Steph Adams, a coordinator at Erie Canal Museum, says the Gingerbread Gallery forms a rich part of Syracuse's history.
Building gingerbread houses is a German tradition. So Germans started moving to Syracuse in the early 1800s, many of them moving here on the Erie Canal.
Adams says the Gingerbread Gallery features the local artwork of both professional and amateur bakers of all ages. They compete for different prizes, particularly the People's Choice Award.
The People's Choice Award, anyone that comes into the gallery can vote. There's a QR code when you enter the gallery that you can scan, or if you don't have a compatible device for that, we have an iPad in the lobby that you can just vote for your favorite gingerbread house.
Adams says this year the gallery is holding a Family Day event, and they're also adding a new award category called the Kids' Choice Award. This means that kids will get to vote for their favorite gingerbread houses this year. For Mornings on the Hill, I'm Whitney Williams.
Thanks, Whitney. We aren't done talking about the holidays quite yet.
That's right, Mike. There is much more to be celebrated here in the city. Emily Coffey joins us live with what's happening downtown. Emily?
There are only 15 days until Christmas, and the joy of Christmas is shining bright in Clinton Square. So I headed downtown to see what all the festivities were about. Clinton Square has made its annual transformation into a winter wonderland, and the ice rink is at the center of all the magic. The countdown to Christmas has begun, and here in Clinton Square, the joy of Christmas is everywhere. And though there might not be any skaters on the ice, with a little Christmas magic, we could turn this place from morning to night. The Clinton Square ice rink opened only a week ago, and people are already dashing through the snow to enjoy one of the most beloved Christmas activities of all. Even if you're not a pro on the ice, you can still enjoy a night in the rink. Just ask Franklin.
I didn't ice skate in 3 to 4 years, so it's kind of nice to ice skate again.
But the Clinton Square ice rink is more than just skating. Franklin and his friend Antonio could not keep their eyes off the view.
It's just a beautiful place to come downtown, see over the buildings, see over the lights. It's beautiful.
The ice rink will be open until March 1st, so grab someone you love and enjoy a night in Clinton Square. The joy of Christmas is shining so bright in Clinton Square, even Santa and his reindeers couldn't miss it. So head on down and enjoy the festivities with your friends and families in the best place to be in the most wonderful time of the year. I'm Emily Coffey reporting live for Mornings on the Hill. Peyton and Mike, back to you.
Coming up on Mornings on the Hill, it's a cold and snowy start to our day.
And we're seeing snow removal equipment already here on campus. Will you need your winter boots? Jonah joins us after the break.
Welcome back to Mornings on the Hill. It's time to check on what Jack Frost has in store for Syracuse this week.
Our Jenna Weintraub is in studio with a look at your full weather forecast.
Yes, I am, and you might tell that I'm a little rosy because I was just outside, but let's get into the current weather, which is below freezing. Shocker for Syracuse, I know, right? But it's 30 degrees, and if that's still too warm for you, don't worry. Seasoned CNY veterans, fear not, because it is actually going to feel like 23 right now with the help of winds that are gusting around 15 miles per hour. It's also snowing a bit this morning, so make sure you watch your footing when trekking around the hill. As for the rest of the day, it's pretty much more of the same. As you can see, the snow this morning is expected to make a little bit of a pause, but may return this evening. So my apologies to those of you with seasonal depression. I know the sun setting at 4:30 is already pretty rough. The temperature-wise, you can see that we're pretty much locked in at 30 degrees throughout the entire day, and those on and off flurries are still going to be there. Now let's take a look at the rest of this week. Tomorrow projects to be slightly warmer than it is today, but there's still a chance of scattered snow, Saturday is where things really get interesting though. Historically, Syracuse has had an average high of 39 degrees on the 9th and 10th of December, but as pictured, this year's highs on those dates are set to be in the low 50s. And while the snow stops during the weekend, it will likely get replaced with heavy rain on Sunday. But for now and immediately, best of luck staying warm. I'm Jonah Weintraub for Mornings on the Hill. Back over to you, Peyton and Mike.
Thank you, Jonah. It's never a bad time to be a Swiftie, and Taylor topped our celebrity news yet again today.
Our entertainment reporter Jaleesa Augusto joins us live with an interesting fact about some of her songs.
That's right, Peyton. Taylor Swift and Beyonce appear to be good for the heart in more ways than one. Some of their songs on the American Heart Association's list of music helps with hands-only CPR are Swift's You're Losing Me, Welcome to New York, Sparks Fly, and Break My Soul. The Heart Association says the tempos of those songs match the ideal CPR chest compressions rate of 100 to 120 pulse per minute. Taylor Swift had her turn. Now it's time for another music star's rule the box office. Just in early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters this weekend, Trolls Band Together stand in 4th place. The animated 3 Crawl made $7.6 million. The Japanese crawl film Godzilla -1 opened the 3rd place, stomping off $11 million after 2 weekends on top. The Hunger Games and Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes fell to 2nd, adding $14.5 million for domestic of $120 million. Beyonce continues her region as queen of the box office with her concept movie Renaissance, a film by Beyonce debuting at #1 and kicking off its run with an impressive $21 million. That's all for entertainment news. Peyton, Mike, back to you.
You may be wondering why the lights on the JMA Dome are bright pink this morning. Well, it has nothing to do with the athletic events being played there.
No, it has everything to do with Pink, the musical artist. Pink was the latest concert announcement at the Dome. She'll be performing along with Sheryl Crow, with the concert taking place on October 6th next year. Tickets go on sale December 11th.
Coming up on Mornings on the Hill, we bring you the highlights from SU men's basketball's clash with Cornell.
And SU women's basketball stays in the win column. Those stories and more ahead.
Good morning, I'm Bailey Tucker with your Orange Sports Update here on Mornings on the Hill. First, let's take a look at the men's basketball team's performance last night against Cornell.
McLeod, that's where Syracuse has the most physical advantage.
clutch three to give the Orange a 2-point lead. Again, Mintz gets the pass from Justin Taylor and scores another three. Orange up now 5-10. Taylor was another name that was thrown around last night. He scored a season high of 15 points against the Big Red. Chris Bell was the third player to score double digits last night with a total of 19. He went 50% from three on the night. The game was pretty close and the Orange needed something to kickstart a definite win. J.J. Starling, with about 2 minutes to go, scores a quick jumper, giving the Orange a 69-73 lead. Whittier Copeland and Judah Mintz made 2 free throws apiece to seal the deal. Post-game, Copeland told me that the pressure of making those free throws wasn't weighing on him.
Like I said, I wasn't too focused on it. I feel like that's the best way to make your shots, not thinking about it too much. So when I just went to the line, I just do the same routine and just worrying about getting back on defense, finding who I got on defense for real. And I just, put the making the shot per second, and it just fell. So it's like I said, it's all about confidence. As long as you know you can do something, you can get it done.
It seems to me he was no Quadir in the headlights. The Orange takes on Georgetown Hoyas this Saturday in D.C., where they will renew a Big East rivalry. Let's pass the ball to Kalia Butler, who has an update on the women's basketball team. Kalia?
Thank you, Bailey. In a 79-57 victory over Northeastern Monday night, Georgia Woolley asserted her offensive dominance for the Orange, leading the team with 17 points and 4 assists. Freshman Sophie Burrows displayed her three-point shooting prowess, with all 9 of her points coming from beyond the arc. Despite a minor ankle tweak in the first half, fifth-year guard Deasia Fair made a substantial impact, recording 14 points, including 2 crucial three-pointers in the second half. Despite Northeastern's early energy, Syracuse's bench played a pivotal role, contributing 26 points to secure the win. One of those key players being junior forward Sanaya Wilson, who had 9 points, shooting 4 of 4 from the field. Head coach Felicia Leggett-Jack said she was an energy difference for the Orange.
Sanaya said, take it that way to bring me to the block. And she doesn't talk a lot, but when she said that, it gave me the chills. I'm thinking, like, this kid is taking some ownership of this team, and she wants to bury this kid on the block. And I just really was so proud of her.
Our bench runs so deep, but that's something that we've all had to come to that realization. Like, everybody on our team, everybody on our bench, they can come in the game and be efficient and effective.
The third quarter was a turning point with a 9-0 run from the Orange heading into the final quarter. ACC Freshman of the Week Alyssa Latham sparked the fire with a layup and followed by consecutive three-pointers from Sophie Burrows. Syracuse capitalized on Northeastern's turnovers, converting 21 points from 17 costly errors committed by the Huskies. The Orange now will fly to Athens, not Greece, but Ohio, to face an old MAC conference foe for Coach Jack and players Ohio University Saturday with a 1 p.m. tip-off. I'm Clea Butler for Mornings on the Hill, sending it over to Madison Balumbo with ice hockey.
The Syracuse women's ice hockey team picked up their first conference win of the season over the weekend. The win was against CHA opponent Rochester Institute of Technology. The Orange ended up splitting the home-and-home series 1-1. Forward Darcy Jahal matched a career high of 2 goals in the 3-1 win at RIT. Head coach Brittany Smith says the team did a great job of competing for the full 60 minutes. She says competing from start to finish has been something the team has been focusing on. Once the Orange were up 2-0 after the first period, it was important for the team to lock in defensively for the remainder of the game. Forward Sarah Thompson added a 3rd goal in the second period, and goaltender Allie Kelly recorded 27 saves. Last night, the Orange faced Colgate in a non-conference matchup. They fell to Colgate 9-0, and although the score may not show it, there were things to be proud of. Forward Tatum White won a game high of 18 faceoffs, and she now ranks 6th in program history. The Orange successfully killed all 3 of Colgate's power plays, increasing their PK to almost 82%, which ranks 21st nationally. Smith says the team is expecting Colgate to come out strong, but the Orange had some strong shifts, and the team began to build off of them. The Orange have a month break until they face their next contestant at Colgate on January 6th. Still more to come here on Mornings on the Hill. We take a look back at our favorite Moth moments of the semester. Stay with us. That story and more just ahead.
Welcome back to Mornings on the Hill. This marks our final show of the semester.
Our Patricia Duwong spoke with our staff about their favorite Moth moments.
As we come to the end of an era here on Mornings on the Hill, I went around the newsroom to go on a trip down memory lane and ask some of our staff what their favorite moments were.
My favorite part of MOTH is getting to know the graduate students. As a senior, I don't get to interact with them often, so having a class where I can get to know and learn from, older people at Syracuse is really worth it.
My favorite part of MOTH was getting to anchor with my best friend, Griffin.
I would have to say my other favorite part of the semester, other than being with Kalia in the morning and doing that, would have to be just getting to know everybody else in this class and also seeing their development and progress on camera throughout the semester.
My favorite memory from MOTH was going to sleep every Tuesday night wondering if I was going to wake up in time.
My favorite part of MOTH has been getting to practice my craft as a broadcaster, but doing so alongside some really other talented people.
I mean, I'm definitely a morning person, but it's been fun seeing everybody so bright and early and just being able to kind of laugh off the tiredness together. But I think without a doubt, it had to be on the first snowfall when we were just talking nothing but Christmas.
My favorite part of MOTH has been, getting to produce all these shows and, even though it's a really early wake-up call, getting to work with a lot of talented students here at SU and seeing us get better as the semester's gone along.
My favorite moments was the get ready with me's after the show, see how well dressed everybody is.
Well, that is going to do it for us here in 2023 on Mornings on the Hill. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Thank you.